Hello, hello, hello. Almost. At the time where I said I would be there, but still early. So I say that counts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Still trying out Vim. So far, I like it. Thank you. What did I forget? But thank you. All right. I have some plans for today, which is basically is it that day in Spain again? Is it? Where you give your girlfriend, fiance, whatever, a rose and boys get books or something like that. It's weird. Oh, okay. Didn't know. Debug shapes.h maybe. Let's go here. Okay. Pragma once. Struct debug sphere. We can go to debug. Draw task. Copy it from there. Yeah, let's do that for now. Oops. Debug. Well, actually, we need source definitions. Graphics. Debug shapes. We will kill the debug draw system. I don't intend to keep that anymore. Do I need? Probably don't need a thing here, and then debug draw. Yeah, let's draw debug draw task, I guess. That one we keep. Can I? Okay. How would I delete something in Neo3? Guess we Google that. Hmm. Then neo tree binds. D, but I tried D. And that didn't work. Oh, okay, no, I guess I didn't try D. Did I? Oh, I tried R, but not D. Nah, whatever. Yeah, let's delete that. Cool. It's actually quite handy. And then we go back to render graph. Because I want to add something here. I think render graph resource. Yeah, it's just that, which we don't necessarily want. So I guess, well, how do I do that? Oops. Oh, it's pressed all the time. So I think what I would want to do is have a hash map here of string ID 32 and then std any. And that is basically a list of inputs. And then we do a tref get input. And we get a string ID 32. Template type name t. Inputs contains ID. Yeah. And then this would be inputs add ID. Or we can do an add ID, I guess. Static cast. Well, actually, it's an any cast, right? How does that work again? How do we do that? Is it std any cast? Is it really that? Okay, yeah. So that should hopefully work. And I guess how would I want to do that? Because I can't really. I guess I could. Is it a class? Probably. Yeah, it's a class. Okay. Void add graph input. Oh wait, I wanted to actually do it different. I had it different in mind. Const x per input while ID. Thought we might do that. We can only have like one of each type. I guess we could as well. No, that's fine, I guess. Maybe in the future I support different type, like I don't know if I ever need it, but maybe we support a specific God, we're in this weird mode again. Debug draw task, no. Yes. Yes. Did I not unbind that? Oh, I did. Or whatever. Okay, and then the idea would be we go to debug draw task. Wait. Why would that be weird? That's weird. Okay. Now works perfect. Yeah, that one goes away. That one dies as well. Onyx graphics, debug shapes. Perfect. And then on begin frame, probably with the render graph context, I guess. Is it render graph context or is it begin frame? Yeah, render graph context. Oh, but we are not allowed to. Oh no, that's the begin frame, never mind. Yeah, that's fine. On begin frame, we are allowed to override, yeah. That one goes away. And here what we will do is context graph. Oh, where? Can't do it like that. We need to go here. Add graph input. What was it? Add graph input. Really, I don't have a render graph include here. Is that because why would that be here? Can you stop doing that? Render graph task. That's a problem. Why do we have render graph task here as an include? Because of the render graph context or what? Because of those, I guess. Okay, probably need to do guess we take most of that out then, yeah. Render graph resource. Where? Pragma once. And then we paste that. RHI probably. Frame context. Oops. Okay. Did I build? Did I save? Debug draw task, yeah, sure. Oh no, what have I done? Debug shapes. Oh. Wait, did I not? Whatever. Oh, actually that would probably make more sense what I just did there for building, but whatever. Build failed. Can I not go there? Frame context. Ah, yeah, I did that, right? Yesterday I did that. And I think I need to look at that. That's like really annoying. Graphics API probably. Oops. Oops. Debug draw. Okay. I think that's all. God damn it. Frame context. Did I not save that? Oh shoot, I have two now. It's not what I wanted. Okay, actually there is quite a lot of errors. Oh, why? Because we moved a couple of stuff, right? Render graph. Task. That's not what I wanted. Because I don't think I need anything here, right? For those to work. Then this can be render graph resource here. Render path settings. Where would that be? Probably render path. Yeah. Wait, what did you include? Okay. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, a little bit of refactor, but I think it's for the better. Well, it's a small one. It's just adding possibility to define from the outside inputs for the render graph. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Go to debug draw task. Oops. What did I just do? Override. Why would that? It should be that, right? Non-virtual member function. I mean, say what again? On begin frame. Oh, it's const. Okay. That's a bit. Really? That might be a problem, but let's see. Why did I mark that const? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think that's an oversight. I think we just want that. Shit. Yeah, I thought so. We will get a bunch of errors now, all over the place. Add input, I think. Well, add graph input. Yeah, and that is basically. So see, I think I would want to have this as a dynamic array. Of debug spheres. Like that, I think. It's a private member. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. I wanted to do it like that, right? and then context dot graph. I mean, there might be other things that I would want to do, but that's basically about it. And then I guess I want to have a get. I think we just do get input, add input. I think here we actually, Jesus, get graph input. Yeah, let's do that. Eref. Part, I guess we could do that one. And we could as well. Do a const version of that. Because why not? Yeah, pretty much that. Or do I need it like that? Hold on. Oh yeah, I kind of do, because well, technically maybe not actually. Hold on. Maybe I could do it slightly different. No, not really. Until I rewrite a little bit of the render graph, I think we have to do it like that. Yeah, and on pre-render I would basically call, well, get graph input with basically that. Hey, why did that not work? Okay, thank you. Dynamic array of debug sphere. And then we basically do m instance buffer set data 0 debug spheres data. Does it have does it make sense to have more than one graphics queue in Vulkan? Probably not. I'm not sure. I'm wondering maybe for multi-threading. But then again, you can only execute. Good question. I would say probably not, but is it the length of, how does that work? I think we have that in GUI system, right? But it's so okay, I guess we do that, but maybe I change that API right now, because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Because basically we now do here size of debug sphere, and then debug spheres dot size times that, which is like so stupid. But okay. And then we push that, yeah. So that at least makes sense. And I guess, oops, we go here and we do one more thing, U32 instance count. I still need the go switch between header and CPP thing. I still don't have that. Well, actually that goes away and we just do here instance count equals debug spheres. Well, actually static cast. Or actually let's do a numeric cast. With debug spheres size, and then change word, instance count, yank that, and put that here. I think. Okay. That kind of works. Or we could push the instance count as well here, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Will that already do the trick? Kinda. We just need to do one more thing, which is well, I kinda deleted that, did I? Debug draw. I think I kinda did Yeah, okay, that was a bit of a stupid thing to do, probably. So I guess we add a new one here, debug draw.h, debug draw q. I mean, is it really a queue? I mean, we can call it that, it doesn't really matter. Source definitions. Actually, probably we will have a CPPO for that. Include. Or not include. Oh yeah, no, include. Onyx graphics debug. Does that work? No, right? Oh, it does actually. Cool. Agma once. Well, let's do class. I don't care really. Debug draw q. Hey, what's up? Dynamic array, debug sphere, reference m. And then void draw wire draw sphere. Public. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Wesley. Hello, hello, welcome, and thank you. And then here we basically fill that, so debug draw q draw. That would have been nice if that auto completed, but okay. M debug spheres. Oops. And place back. Okay, so that would be that. I still need to disable that. That's very annoying. This auto include thing. Somewhere in the ClangD settings. Actually, let's do that. No, not dab, LSP. ClangD. It's here one of those commands that we need to add. but I'm not sure which one, so let's try to find that. Clang the neovim. Config. Okay, maybe not. It's some weird thing with like auto include or something like that. Clang the neovim auto include. That's not it. Disable. Nope. Header insertion, never, that was it. Oh, I could have restarted the LSP probably, and I would have been fine. Whatever. Cool. I think that should do it. Do we just build and see what happens? Probably. I mean, it will definitely not work. Oh yeah, I already know a couple of things that won't work. Because we need to go here, actually write a debug draw queue constructor that takes a dynamic array of debug sphere. Sphere queue. It's tech. I mean, it's technically not really a queue, but I think it's fine to call it that, even though it's technically not behaving like a queue, right? But dynamic array. Okay, so that didn't work because we still include weird stuff. So I guess that didn't work. Okay. Good. Oh yeah, then yeah. Update light clusters. No, that's not it. Update light clusters. Yeah. Do we have other ones? Yeah, here, that one. I should separate them, to be honest. Up. Delete. Damn, that was almost smooth. Oops. WA. That's what I wanted. Where did I write that now? Oh. It's not what I wanted. Alright. Let's see where we go with that. We will get a couple of other compile errors because probably you have a begin frame somewhere. That still takes a const. I'm not sure why I even did that to begin with, but yeah. Sky view lot. Okay. Oops. Sky view. Couple of more mistakes, right? Everywhere, probably. Debug light clusters, yeah. Huh. Where? Oops. I guess we could find the word and then probably edit it like that. Let's try that. Okay, where? Why did I not think of that before? Oops. Okay, actually that's fine. In the task, setting mesh. Oh wait, that was fine. That one is not fine. Why is my depth 3 pass in... I don't even... Okay. Whatever. That's fine. Probably fine. Preview. That one is not fine. Okay. I'm getting better with the swim motion stuff. At least with all of that. So that's something. That's fine. It's fine, fine. Looks all good. That is good. I didn't save that or what? Okay, maybe not. I think we can build properly. The good thing with that approach now, with the graph inputs concept, is I can probably get rid of a couple of other things in the future. Render graph. Okay. Go to render graph. I think I not want to add a filter there as well. In the go to symbols, I probably want to have like one that only looks for classes and structs and not like namespaces and stuff like that. So some setup that I would need to do, but I thought insert is fine here. Is it not? Is insert not key value? Hash map. Is insert wrong? And insert wants a pair? I thought insert was the function I want. Or is it try and place? Oh, it's maybe try and place. Let's see. Taking a little bit longer than expected, but mostly because I had to change this one function. Which is a bit unfortunate. Render graph task drops the qualifier, okay. Render graph task. Is it not? Okay, well, whatever. Probably here somewhere. Probably that one, right? Needs to as well do a const, non-const version here. So that we can enable that one. I think I might have another one here, yeah. Well, okay, this one is already fine. Here. And then we probably, where do I call that? Not here, so let's see, where do we? Is it in scene? I'll go to render graph. And then let's go there. Where do we have? on begin frame, connect that one. Oh, well, I guess it's fine. Never mind, it's fine because we always construct the render graph context here, right? So, all good. That might actually work already. We get maybe an end frame, like end frame compilation errors now because we changed that one as well. But let's see. Should be fine. Famous last words. Well, yeah, that was kind of obvious. Update. Did I forget one? I guess I did forget one. Update view. What? Why do I not find that? Is it not called that? Oh, it's called get view constants. God damn it. Of course it is. That one, build, and let's go. Will it build? Would be nice. Well, that was. I think we are still missing a couple of debug stuff, right? That one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Well, let's actually go down, kill that. Oops. Physics system. Is it this one? That's not it. Physics. It's this one, I think. Oops. Debug draw system, yeah. That one changes to debug draw queue. We will deal with that later. Debug draw queue. That should still be fine, right? Yeah. Why would you complain about that? Well, whatever. Go here. Get rid of that. Do I need that actually? Probably not. Oh, well, actually, in that case, I might need it. God damn it. Yeah. Graphics, debug draw queue. Eh? Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of correct. And then game core system. Get scene. Get graph. Get render graph. Well, let's actually do it kind of step by step. So that would be auto ref active scene. Can I have a perfect? Why do you not like that? Unknown type scene. Okay. If you want to. Is that not it? Oh, I return it as a copy. Why? Not sure why I would do that, but okay. Let's fix that. An active scene. Well, then we have here render graph. Get render graph. Perfect. And this is a debug draw queue with the render graph. Get input. And I think we actually will probably handle that slightly different in future, but for now it's fine. And this is a dynamic array of debug sphere. That. Is that not it? That is a const ref. Should be fine, right? What's the... It kind of sucks that I don't see the full error here. I guess I need word wrap or something like that. Because it doesn't really help me to not see the full error. Yeah, I can show you that in a second. Dynamic array of debug while graphics debug sphere ref q. Well, that is unfortunate. Render graph get input. Okay. Well, let's see. So I am currently... Where do I actually do that? Hold on. I think I'm not doing it in the render graph, am I? I mean, maybe. I mean, the swap chain currently is a little bit special. Is it a little bit special? I think it is actually, because I only have the editor so far. Or don't know, I think it might actually still be happening probably here somewhere. So here I do a final, here I have the final texture and I transition that out, but I'm not sure. On end frame. Probably somewhere here. I think here I get the swap chain target and I transition it to %, so here it's already gone. I think currently, so in the past it was done in the render graph. The last pass took as an input the swap chain target, and basically it rendered on top of it. But with the recent change, I killed that, because currently, as we only have the editor, ImGUI system, the ImGUI system currently handles that kinda. Is it here? No, actually, it's in the render, right? So in the render, we get the swap chain target. Yeah, swap chain image. So, but that's the editor pass, right? So when we render, we get the swap chain image, and then we render ImGUI directly into the swap chain image. Yeah, it lives outside of the render graph, this one, because I don't want ImGUI rendering to be inside the render graph for technical reasons, because the thing is, ImGUI is debug rendering. I don't want this to happen inside the render graph, so that you don't have to set it up inside the render graph UI. So yeah, here we get the swap chain. I render the final texture of the render. Well, okay, here it doesn't really bind it, because yeah, it's all a little bit convoluted, to be honest, but it all makes kind of sense, and it works for the editor very well. Because here in the scene editor, what we do is we bind final, yeah, exactly. So we get the render graph in the scene viewport, and we render an ImGUI image with the texture of the render graph. And that's how it ends up in the editor in the scene viewport. In reality, the pass that does the blit is not there yet, but in theory the idea was that I just get the final texture thing, and I would do I'm not sure where I would do it yet. I didn't decide yet, but probably graphics API. Maybe graphics API. Well, graphics system, sorry. Probably an end frame here if we not in the editor. I would split the final image on the swap chain here. Well, before the present, of course. Here. Because then it happens automatically here. So you will get your render graph and split it here. Yeah, exactly. Because currently ImGUI renders directly to the swap chain. And I did that because I wanted to remove ImGUI from the render graph. Previously the ImGUI rendering was inside the render graph, and as I said, it took as a texture, as a render target, the swap chain. And then I would not need to do the split here because it was already rendered into the correct swap chain target. Well, actually, sorry, it would be here, right? Before we transition the layout as well. Would be more correct. But as we are in the editor, we kind of need to not do that because we want the render target of the render graph not to be on the swap chain because ImGUI is on the swap chain. Yes. Well, let me think about that. For the in-game stuff, yes, because for the in-game UI, you would want your UI pass inside the render graph after the tone mapper. But I think having the editor UI separate still makes sense because currently the idea is what was it, Excalibur? Yeah. Can I clear somehow everything? Oh, okay, probably like that. So the idea is that we have the scene, right? Cool font. And the scene has the render graph inside. Because that one defines what we should render, right? Like how the scene behaves. Because this scene, it could be the main menu. This could be, as I said, the main menu. Jesus. It could be the actual game level. It could be a credit screen, whatever, right? The scene. So they are really different, the scenes. So the approach I chose now, before it wasn't like that, but it's like since 0.5 I think, is that the scene defines the render graph. And we basically allow the scene to control the rendering. So those two could be fully 2D pipelines, right? No 3D passes, no depth pass, whatever. I mean, you could still do it if you want to, right? If you have like a fancy 3D view in the main menu, you could do that. And then we have the game level, which is like has the actual like sky rendering, whatever in there, right? And then the scene pushes that render graph to the graphics system. So basically when we switch, well, actually it doesn't really push it more registers, it's like more the correct term. Registers on render. Basically, it registers a callback basically to the graphics system. And that way when we switch the scene, we just reattach the event handler basically, and that's it. And that way we could as well support multiple scenes nested on top of each other, right? Because we could have different render graphs running. Probably not that easy to support because of how the final texture currently is handled, but yeah. And then imGUI runs outside of that because I need imGUI even if there is no scene loaded. So that's why I chose that, right? Because imGUI runs outside and we need imGUI all the time. And that one renders directly on the swap chain. Phew, okay. Actually, that is not so far off from what Snowdrop did. It's not exactly the same, but Snowdrop as well had different render words. I think what they called it, like words, I think, depending on where you were in the game, like contextually. So there was a different context when you were in the menu, when you were in the actual game world. You can have in here the game level render graph still has a UI layer inside the render graph, right? So it's not like you would run two scenes at the same time usually. But this scene, like this render graph, can be way more lightweight than this game one, because the game one has a depth pass, a sky pass, ambient occlusion, whatnot. I don't know what you all need, right? Shadows and stuff like that. But the main menu, if it's just 2D, you could just have a 2D pass for UI in there, right? So that was the thinking as well. It gives you more freedom of what you want to do. There is nothing preventing you from reusing the same render graph in all your scenes, if you want that. You could have those three could all link to the same render graph resource if you want to. It doesn't matter. It just gives you the freedom to not do that. Yeah, currently it's the tone mapper, yeah. Which is post-processing, yeah. I can't boot the engine currently because we're mid-breaking everything. But yeah, it is the tone mapper. It's the last pass currently. In theory, there's nothing stopping me from doing a specific render graph node, right, that does the split basically, and putting it at the end of the render graph tree. If you want and makes your implementation easier, you could do that, right? After the tone mapper, add another node that just does the render on the swap chain. And I might have a little bit more experience, but to be honest, not on the graphics side, right? I mean, a little bit more, but yeah. I've never built it from the ground up, so I'm not saying that my approach is the best one, but it makes somewhat sense in my head. Actually, good question. I think because I have a directed graph, I just take the last node in the graph, I think, and that one should only have one output. In theory, I think currently my code is a little bit naive in that way, but I think that's how I do it. But we can probably find out by going there. Yeah, exactly. It's very, very simple. And it even says a to-do here, right? Basically, if we are the last node in the order, so you know, like the directed graph is ordered, so I know what the last node would be. No, you wouldn't have a depth attachment, right? Yeah, because there is no swap chain thing for depth. So it usually comes out as one color texture at the end. There was an error somewhere, but I don't remember. I think in game core. Game core. Oh my god, that's not what I wanted. Why is that here again? I hate you. All good. I mean, I'm streaming for that reason, more or less, right? So why does that now work? And before it was complaining. I'm streaming to answer questions, otherwise I could as well be offline, right? So I will, while that builds, I will get something to drink. It will be quicker than me, but yeah, getting that and probably maybe a coffee, a small one again. Be right back. Alright. I am back. Did we build? Probably not, right? Yeah, what I thought. Did I not fix that? God damn it. Static mesh render graph node, okay. Did I not? Okay, I guess I didn't. So Cakes is releasing tomorrow, or does anyone know? I think he said like either tomorrow or Tuesday, I guess. Curious how it works out for him. Hope it's going at least somewhat decent. Even though I don't really like how he changed the game, but yeah. Yeah, Cakes, yeah. Debug draw queue. Does that not work? Physics system. Is that not how it should be? Physics system, CPP. Can I go there? No, okay. Jesus. Well, that didn't work right, so we need to go physics system. $23 hours. Okay, so yeah, Monday. Okay. So tomorrow. Well, I hope it works out for him, as I said. So that he can keep streaming. Debug draw queue. Okay, so that should work-ish. Debug draw queue. Now we have the game core here. Do I not? Why would that not work? Oh, we don't have that or what? No, we do have it. Why would that have failed to build? It's pretty much the same what I had before. That's weird. Because that should work. Famous last words, that should work. Or do I have it someone else somewhere? Why does it restore it to a reference? Did I? Ah, because I take it to the reference. Well, that is not good. Beer mug? Ah, bear mug, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty nice. It's already pretty old though, but yeah. That one and my Onyx branded one are the two ones I use the most. Got that as a buy. I got both of as a present, but yeah. Sad. But at least I think I should have fixed one of the errors. Yeah, okay, I did application CPP. Why is that even including? Why is that even including the debug system? And what the hell did I do here? Oh. Whatever. Why is that even here? Ah, because I did that. Yeah, that's nice. That goes away now. So that's a win. Cool. Oh, that reminds me, I need to go to app config and remove this as well. And now we can build again. And hopefully start that. There's a couple of things. I'd like to try with this if it works. Okay, that works. Perfect. So I guess we can launch. Go to our render graph editor. Open our render graph. Default render graph, and then probably add a new one here. Because I think I want the debug rendering to be past the tone mapper, to be honest. I think at least I want that. Let's save that as a new one. Data. Render graph. Did that save it? Looks like it. I guess we have other, yeah, we have a meta file as well. Perfect. Okay. Oops. Let's terminate that. Let's restart. Let's see if we can load that render graph correctly. Why would that fail? Oops. What did I do? That's not what I wanted. Oh, no. Send help. Let's kill that first. How did I even manage to do that? Whatever. Let's close that. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Why would that have failed? Data render graph. This one, please. Why is that even like... Why do I not have debug symbols? Or what is going on here? Why is it like that? Or how do I switch here? I guess I didn't switch there yet. I guess I have no idea how to navigate that. That is unfortunate. Because that doesn't work. Okay. Where? Because I need to find out how to navigate that stack trace here. But let's see, maybe we can figure it out still like that. So we do read something in an asset ID. Oh no, wait. Actually, no, we do, yeah. Render graph task 619. Oops. Oh wait, is it? I think I know what it is. It's the classic one. Or is it? Shader asset ID. And here, this one. Oh, this is a shader asset ID. Default render graph. That's a shader ID, yeah. Oh wait, is it that? Maybe. Where is my serialization? Yeah. We save it as a 16, but we don't read it as a 16, so that's a problem. But that only works, or okay. I guess for that I need to first save out the original one for this to work, otherwise it fails horribly. data render graphs, this one, and then we save this one again or into the correct folder, please. Render graphs, this one, save. Okay. Now we DT that, and then we replace that back in. And and then we need to build. And I think that should now hopefully do it. That was an oversight. We saved it as a 16-bit value, but as a hex value, but we didn't read it as a hex value. And then in theory, I can get rid of that. Oops. So that should hopefully close. Yeah, perfect. But we need to do that. Yes, please. That's not what I wanted, but okay. I still need to not save that. Oh shit. Oh no, I kind of bricked it. Funny. Now it tries to write to the buffer that it cannot write to. Funny. Well, we have to deal with. I could force quit, I guess. Let's do it. That's a funny side effect. I guess I need to look at that. I think it would be nice if... Yeah, that just doesn't exist as a fire, but I guess that's not how it works. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is a way to do that, I don't know. In neovim, to open a buffer that's transient or something like that. That you cannot even save. Cool. So let's see. Do we boot or do we now crash on startup? We crash on startup. Perfect. Exactly what I would want. So I guess we crash where? In asset ID. But where? Oh, in another place. Localization. Wait, what? Where is that? Localization. Config, is that there? Oh, those ones, right? Okay. Well, I guess what we need to do is open our beautiful hex converter. And hope that this is fine, right? Oops. It would be nice if there's a, probably there is a way to code that, right, in neovim. probably somehow a way to convert this to lower rad, but oh, what did I just? Maybe that was not the smartest what I'm doing here now, but yeah, whatever. Why the hash isn't same length? Oh yeah. We need to replace all of them, don't worry. They will all be the same length. All good. Your OCD will soon be happy again. Replace F, replace F, replace A, replace F. Perfect. Oops. I hope I didn't make a mistake, to be honest. That would be quite painful to find. Really? Three something. 3. Oh no, wait. That's a bad idea. Hold on, is that again the weird? I think that's the wrong converter. God damn it, we need to do it again. I think it was, yeah. Comma, like, it wasn't supporting 64-bit values. I guess, you know what? Let's try something. Not quite what I wanted, but okay. Please without. Really, you need like to think 10 years for that? Okay, thank you. Damn it. Nice. Why did I think? See, that's the only good case for AI. Oh. Oops. That, and then that, insert. What? It's not what I wanted. Oh wait, but maybe I want to do that and then perfect. Would that be a hard bug if it gets wrong? It will crash if it gets wrong because it doesn't find the asset. I could make it a little bit more lenient, I guess. So if it doesn't find the asset, we just throw an error instead of crashing. Probably a good idea. Currently, I think it. Well, actually, maybe it just throws an error than it was before because it was not a hex that it complained so hard. That might be actually the case. We might still have issues somewhere else though. Get system. Graphics system? Oh, I think. Did I do a mistake with it's probably not a valid. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Insert that and then append that. Well, below that, but we're we bricked our localization. Great. But we are loading. So that's a good thing. Okay, so then I actually have it correct, kinda. That yeah, we're not. Yep, it is. You can do offsets into the push constants per stage, but the rest is shared. Why did it completely fail to convert now? Did ChatGPT really fuck that up? C40. So how? Why can't ChatGPT do the simplest thing correct? How does it end up with this being off? I mean, the future, we will be all replaced by AI. I can't believe it. It's really amazing. Your hex conversion is wrong. God damn it. It can't do the simplest thing. It's like, how can it be this wrong for such a simple task? I mean, but I asked it a very simple thing, right? To convert it to hex. That shouldn't be like rocket science for it. Can you please write out the X values? Holy moly. Can you please do them lowercase? Thank you. Let's double check again the second one. Well, I don't trust even... Well, I trust myself, so take this one. Put that into this converter. It should be ending in 8.2 and starting with 8C. Did you manage that? 8C? Jesus fucking Christ. It again did it wrong. Okay, well, we need to do it manually. It can't do it. It's impossible. Good that we will be replaced by AI soon, not. So yeah, this one. Well, I think I already pasted that one here, right? Yeah. Jesus. See, one task that I would want the AI to do, and it just horribly fares, and even the second attempt horribly fares. It's pretty disappointing, to be honest. Because that was really not a hard task to do. Or whatever. Jesus, which one is it? Okay, I guess it's this one, so I'll do this one here. Let's actually clear those. I know where I am. And I could leave it uppercase, it doesn't matter, but I just prefer it that it's lowercase. 167. Okay, here I know exactly where I am. Good. Okay. Paste. Unfortunate. Okay, that's the correct one. Good. So yeah, I was just crashing because it was the wrong format. So I actually did my asset system smarter, or the localization system smarter than I thought. Smarter than I expected, because it actually handled it correctly when the asset is missing. It just threw an error, which is exactly how I would want it to behave. Cool. Does it start now? Yes, we have our localization back. Perfect. And we don't have any errors for missing assets. Well, okay. Good. Break that out again. Cool. So the thing is, we should be able now to go to, well, it is in app config, right? Well, is it in app config? No, actually not. Somewhere in the scene, I guess. Oh, but I don't. Do I even have a option already to do that? Okay, whatever. The thing is, do I have an option to define the render graph? I'm still not used to that part, that I just, if I close a file, it closes Vim. But okay. Or actually I wanted to go to scene. Actually, I might be able to already do that. Hold on, maybe... Not scene. Oh, I think it's all scene, or... Do I not have that? Okay, maybe not. Ah, because I think I don't have a scene, right? Defined. I think I just loaded an empty scene currently. Well, I guess we could try. Let's, fuck it, break it. Worst case, we revert. Let's open our beautiful render graph. I mean, it probably should be anyways there to begin with. And then let's do the debug draw task here. And save that. And it probably will horribly fail. So the thing is, if I now go back, clear that, start again, that will still work because we're not in the render graph yet, but yeah, this one fails exactly. Why will that fail though? Oh. Why does it? Oh, okay, well, I guess it does. gamecore.cpp. I guess because we're not running the render graph, right? Well, actually, hold on, maybe it should have run. Let's put a breakpoint here and let's go to our debug draw task. So I guess we are not calling that. Okay, we called that. But we don't Wait, how did I do that? Wait, where again? Instantiating that? Okay. We called this before. Why? How come that happens before? Oops. Contains. Oh wait. Not null. Yeah, that's fine, right? But I guess we could just, for the sake of it, for now. Okay. If it doesn't exist, we add it for now. If inputs contains ID equals false, then we just add it for now. That is a hack, but I want to get it up and running again. Okay. Why does it? Oh, okay. Because we have a crash. Where? What? Le breakpoint indeed. Hey, Captain Chica, do you know how I navigate this? Because I can't really see, like I can't jump here. But I'm not sure why. It would be really nice to be able to jump there in the stack. How do I navigate this? Do you know that? So, well, I mean, I would want to jump with the, like currently I'm here, right? With the point, like the stack and the debug step. But in like other, I can jump back, right? And see where it came from and the state of that function and stuff like that. I can navigate the stack trace usually. Up and down. But I press enter and it doesn't do it, so I thought there's probably something else to go there. Add graph input. Oh wait, I think I know what it is. Is it now that it... Hold on, I might know what it is actually. As graph. Where would that be? Debug draw task, yeah. I think it was here then probably. Let's not do that for now. I guess. Okay, no, it's not that. Wait, why is it... What? Oh, did I not build? I might have not built, right? Yeah. Stupid me. Still not used to that, I have to manually build. Okay. I guess I didn't map that then. Oops. The up, down. It's in tab? Oh yeah, probably, I guess, right? But yeah, okay, I guess I don't have that. Okay. If I do that, do I get somewhere? No. Okay, I guess that's missing then. Okay. It's fascinating. Alright, cool, thank you. So, Captain Chica, what editor are you using most of the time? Is it Neovim, or is it ZED, or is it VS Code, or VS Codium? Okay. So you jump in between, or what? Okay. Well, I still give it a try, Neovim. I kinda... I mean, yeah, I don't know. I like it how flexible it is, but yeah. Okay. But there are a lot, like, small things that I don't like currently, but yeah, I don't know. I will try it for another week or so, and then I will go back to ZED, try that longer, because we actually only tried it for probably a day or two. Try ZED for a week, and then I will see which one I decide to use. The thing is that just sticking to neovim currently forces me to use the Vim motions, which was the long-term goal for myself. I wanted to use them more, and I don't have any other option as to use them here, because instead I can still be lazy and do something else. So yeah, that is kinda nice. Then again, I always need the mouse anyways for... Okay. Well, kinda works. Remove the breakpoint, continue. Okay, that is kinda expected. Wait, did I break again? Okay, I did break again. Where? Oh, did my shader fail? Probably, right? Can I somehow resize that? Oh, I can. Well, I don't know how to do it in... Well, cool. That resize worked great. God damn it. Alright, but I guess my shader failed. Compiling. But... yeah, that's a little bit painful to see. Because I guess if I do that again, it will still be again this small. I mean, maybe I can do that. Go there. And then we don't have any output. Cool. So that, well, okay, well, I do have output, never mind. Yeah, the shader compiler, it was already there, right? Why can I not search here? Okay, I can. Debug, draw, sphere, shader. 11 and 14, okay. Debug, draw, sphere. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you very much. Okay, maybe I debug, draw, sphere. Maybe I'm slowly dying inside when I use neovim, never mind. Cannot convert. Is it like this one? That one is as well very annoying. But that's mostly me that bricked this, I guess, because I have this custom shader format. Is that it? Because I think that should work, while the texture index definitely is garbage. The vtext code is as well garbage. I think that should already be better. I guess we could output ret for now. Let's see if that works better. Damn it. What? Where do you... Did I not save that? Debug draw sphere or shader. Why do you still want to do a Xcode here? Huh? Can you tell me that? Oh, well, okay, we have it here. Never mind. Oh. I guess we do that. But now, right? Okay. Kinda. Well, it's running again, at least. Viewport is empty, but... And we are missing some labels. That's weird. That's bizarre. Not sure why we would be missing labels. All right. Well, I will be right back. I will get another fill up for some water, and then we will continue. Let me actually bring up the be right back text for that. So yeah, be right back. All right. So you use VS Code or what mostly, Chica? It's not sad. Okay. Let me think. Where would I want to set a breakpoint to understand what's going on? Probably in scene editor. On render probably. Do I actually need to do that, or can I do here? Okay, no, I need to go here. Well, actually, can I do GI here? No. Okay, no, none of that works. I need to have on the right thing. Sad, but okay. So do I get... Or I definitely get here. I probably get here. Okay, yeah. So I guess we can get rid of that. Or step into. Oh, that's a pain. That's a pain, this thing that I did. Okay, so we have a texture. Yeah, we do have a texture, okay. Questionable. Why would you not have a name though? Or why is the entity panel? Why does the entity panel not have a name? Guess we could do breakpoint gone, go to the entities panel. Why do you not have a name? Over. Yeah, that's annoying. I need to actually not do that. That's very annoying. Do I have the name here? Oh yeah, I do. Oh, but it's empty. Why? Is that always like that? String get window ID. Wait. Oh yeah, okay. But do I not set the name? I guess not. Oh, the window ID. Okay. I guess I would need to do entities in here, right? So maybe that was never working. Components. Not quite as fast as I would want, but yeah, I'm still not used to the whole motion stuff, so that gets a little bit slower, the progress usually currently, but we will get into it again. Cool. Right, let's debug. It's not what I wanted. Oops. Jesus, what did I do? I am confused. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay, yeah, now I have names. So maybe I never had names since I changed? Maybe. So I guess... But shouldn't I have a... Oh wait. I think I know what it is. Let's go to tone map pass. I think I need something, I think. Wait, is it not that? Wait, that's not even used, right? Oh, it is. Okay, but then it's maybe not that. Maybe it's... Is it composite? Probably as well not. No, actually, I think a good one would be maybe static mesh. On begin frame. Yeah, I think something like that. So we take this, I think. Oops. And that's the painful part about the current system that I have, which is on the list of things I want to change. Because it's actually quite annoying what you have to do. So I think this goes here, right? And then, well, we don't include this crap. And then I need to... I think I need to do this. Which is very unfortunate, as I said. But I think I need to do that. That's about it, I think. Yeah. Pin? What is it? It should be impin or something like that. Well, actually, sorry, out pin, I guess, or? Wait, which one was it? No, that's actually the impin, yeah, I think. Right? Can I? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I don't see that stuff. Great. Yeah, the in pin, okay. Now we get the output pin. Okay, cool. I think actually this one... Can't I do M output? That should be way faster. Or if we don't want to do that, we can do get output, right? Because I think that exists, yeah. And then can't this be get input pin? Probably. Let's see where we get with that. Let's see if I manage before dinner today to get something up on the screen. Probably not, because yeah, as I said, quite slow with all the other stuff going on with the changes of environment and everything. Oh yes, nice. So that actually worked. Good. But yeah, that is something that, like, that whole stuff is basically just a side effect of how I kind of forced the render graph inside the node graph system. And it's on my list to fix, but for now, because we have this pattern in like a couple of nodes, which is like really stupid, because it's basically implied by the... It can be implied by the setup of how the graph is set up. So it's a little bit stupid that you have to manually do that in code. But yeah. Okay, let's see. So I guess we don't... Or do we get here? Oh, we do get here. Perfect. And that one is empty. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. Let's continue. Let's kill that for now. And then on begin frame, what we will do is we get the graph input. And we definitely clear it. So that would be one thing. And then we get a new one here. And then the question is, well, that was not what I wanted to do. We go to our physics system. Wherever we are here, yeah. And then I will, or do I should be calling that, right? Oh no, we are not calling that because I didn't have a debug sphere. So I guess we need to do that, and then we can set a breakpoint. Okay, let's try that. Let's create this, and then let's create a collider with the sphere, and then we crash. Perfect. In on pre-render. Is there a way as well to not have this pop-up? somehow when we are debugging. That would be really nice. Debug draw task. Why would you fail? Well, on pre-render we failed, right? Oops. That's perfect. All right. Let's see. Collision. Sphere collider. Okay. So shouldn't that work? That's so annoying actually. 6? What? Why would that be a problem? Okay, let's try that again. I'm curious what that would be. Why that fails. Because we have a debug sphere in there. So shouldn't that work? Let's try that. Okay, now we have an instance count of 1. Perfect. Oh, maybe it was a... No, I'm actually not sure why I would fail, but okay. Okay. Or we then have an issue in set data. Wait, is my buffer not valid or what? Is my buffer not valid? Stop it. That looks a little sus, yeah. Or maybe the temp. Maybe the temp one cannot be mapped. Could that be it? Buffer. No, I just needed CPU access, right? But maybe that doesn't happen for the temp one. That was quite nice. I guess. Oops. Oh, where the hell it was. Oh yeah, we don't have the CPU access that is writable. Okay. I guess I could do a manual buffer then. Even though a transient would be nice, not gonna lie. Because it would be a perfect use case for it. I mean, I guess we could try. Oops. Up here. Oops. Oh. CPU access. That might fail though, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Probably makes more sense to have a different buffer for that. Like a transient write buffer or something like that. Because that would make it a little bit slower, I guess, having this write access here. Okay. So that works. But we're not rendering, but yeah. Okay. I think I will. Let's see. We will continue, but the question is how. So I guess now it would be a matter of doing the shader. So let's go debug, draw sphere shader, and then this one. So what I need is a couple of things. So first we need a new function, like 3 get ray direction. And that one is a vec2 NDC. We have our like, well, actually we could probably copy that a little bit, I think, from the ray trace terrain shader. I mean, this is our clip position, right? But we can basically take that. But do I need the inverse view matrix here? Yeah, I think. I think that is more or less what we need. So let's maybe let's actually not do that. Can paste that here, paste that here. So that one should be bound already, right? So we could probably do... Where? Will that find it? No, right? View constants. View constants, okay. That's actually as well. Maybe I need to revisit my or does that work? Actually, it probably doesn't work like that. So let's actually add the view constants here. Similar to where we had it just now, right? The array. So we definitely need to change that and make that like a little bit more sane, but okay. Good. So let's see, that is this, so we can do that, yes, and then that is our well, clip pos, I guess, and our clip pos is a vec2. Actually, it should probably be a vec3. Well, it can actually be a vec4, never mind. Clip pos is a new vec4 with our NDC 1 1, and then vec2 NDC is our GR frag chord divided by u. What? That. dot viewport divide while times 2 minus 1. That should be okay. Again, wrong one. This one. Okay, so that should be the ray in theory. And then we just need to iterate over the spheres. So basically we do a for int I equals 0, then I less than GL the thing, the base index is the base, no, the we have that somewhere already. In GUI, I think. Instance index, I think, yeah. Plus I. Now we do U constants. Debug sphere list. Oh. Few constants buffer, yeah. And then that is that, and then we do, well, actually instances here. Dot spheres at I, and that is a debug sphere. Probably, yeah. And that one we basically do if, well, we do a float t basically. We should technically do that outside, but whatever. And we do the sphere and our ray origin, our ray direction, and the sphere, and we get a t out. Those spaces I'm quite used to from work now, so that's why I kind of do them already automatically between the parentheses. Yeah, basically we would have the closest index here. Well, if we don't hit anything, then we just discard this pixel. Otherwise we need to do some stuff, right? Well, we need T as well, probably. Float closest. Let's do that for now. It's really not the smartest thing. We need to do that a little bit different, but we have only one anyways currently, but so it doesn't really matter. Nice. Yeah, we are finding the intersection between the debug object and the view direction, basically. Yeah. Then we have the debug sphere here, and we do vec3 hit position is our ray origin plus our ray direction scaled by the closest T. That is our hit position. We don't need a normer. Actually, do I need all of that crap? I don't think I do, actually. Hold on. Not sure what but basically, if we hit, we just do sphere dot color. Oh, but we don't have that converted yet, right? Yeah. So let's do a red for now. If we hit, we output red. So I think we don't even need that for now. And we need the ray intersect, of course. Bool ray intersect. Vec3 ray origin. Vec3 ray direction. Debug. Well, sphere. And then, is it out? Float T, I think, right? Is the syntax. Or ref, I'm not sure. No, I think it's out. We could look in a different shader, but where's the fun in that? And the ray intersection is basically vec3 origin but ray to sphere is our ray origin minus our sphere dot center. I think it's called center, right? Or position, never mind. See, I did it again. Stop using the mouse. Float. Why do I have a better? Do I not have that already? Hold on. Ray trace terrain. Do I not have that already? I mean, kinda. Although I don't need it in this form. So let's do it a little bit simpler for now. So that is our ray to sphere. And that is our ray direction. That's a dot product to see if we go basically in the same direction or not. That one is the length of our ray to sphere. But the squared length, I guess. Minus the radius squared. So that basically gives us a little bit of like the distance, I think, at least. Now we square that b and divide and subtract that. And well, wait, hold on, is that even? Yeah, no, I think that is kind of correct in my notes. Well, we will find out if it's correct or not, I guess. I need a little bit better names for that, but yeah. We will do that later. If that is less than 0, then we are not hit. Otherwise we are hit, and then we just need to find, well, not exactly, there is still one case where we could be off. And that's just a sphere ray intersection function. I didn't really come up with that myself, but yeah. So, that case here is if we are inside the sphere with the camera, we need to take the opposite side of the sphere as a hit, right? And then if, well, then we do a return here. T is greater than 0, basically. I guess greater equal is fine. Probably did some mistake somewhere where we are not, as usual, where I get a shader compilation error. Pretty sure I did some mistake somewhere. So let's go. We need to go to ray trace, well, preview terrain thing. So I need to copy one thing, right? Why not? Okay, maybe not. Thought I need to get the input here for the view constant buffer. So let's think again. Let's go to debug, draw task. Context, frame context, view constants. Okay, that is not it. That sucks. Where is my view constants buffer then? Terrain panel. Trace terrain. View constants. Graphics system. Okay. So I guess this. Get view constants buffer. Get where? Oh my god, how did I do that? API. Get view constants buffer. Thank you. Will that work? Probably not. As I said, we probably have some shade errors to fix. All right. Actually, that worked. Really? Nah. Okay, but it doesn't really work. I mean, we could maybe make it bigger, I don't know. Or do we even end up here? Okay, yeah, we do. And then I guess instance count is fine. Okay, yeah. So I guess that works, but probably... Where is my physics system? Shouldn't that... Yeah, that should work probably, but let's make that bigger, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not even sure. Probably need to rent a dog sooner than later now. Because I'm not even sure if we run the shader. So yeah. But I think I will at least take a quick break. We will be maybe back in the evening, but I won't promise it. Otherwise I will finish this off stream tomorrow to fix the shader, and then we finally can go to the terrain. I do think it's probably something... Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Is he on? Oh yeah, he's... yeah, let's do that. And I will take a little bit of a break, get something to eat, and maybe we are back later. I'm not sure. Won't promise it, as I said. Because yeah, my brain gets fried from neovim at the same time as well. And debugging in neovim is not the most pleasant experience. But yeah. Thank you very much for joining. Might be back to like later today, worst case Wednesday, but maybe I will sneak in some stream on Monday or Tuesday, let's see. But Wednesday is at least the casual, like the normal time that is expected. Have a great rest of your evening if I won't come back, and have a great start into the week. Bye bye.